this introduction.
Of course. How you mean? So Tino, man, what's going on, my brother? How things going with you so far, boy?
Yeah, man, things are good. You know, anytime that I'm in St. Lucia, I don't know, this is my favorite time of the year. Absolutely love the CPL. Going way back to 2012, 2013, St. Lucia was the first team to pick me in CPL. So I played about 2 or 3 seasons. And then I went and played some county cricket, and then I played a 1 season for the Barbados Royals, which I'm a Barbadian, obviously. And I came back in a different capacity with St. Lucia now. I'm now a strength and conditioning coach. That's what my degree entails. So
nice.
Super excited about that. I've always loved fitness. Anybody that knows cricket know that. You know, coming from a military background, the BDS sports program back in Barbados, joined the military Army program. Yeah, when I was 16 years old. So fitness has always been a big part, an integral part of my identity. So you know, doing this, I mean, I did about 2 years with TV and stuff, doing CPL and stuff as a commentator. But you know, it got a little, you know, I'm one of those guys that call a spade a spade. So you know, so I've been commentating and they see you doing ignorance, I can call you out on it. So you know, that probably rubbed a couple of people the wrong way.
They take it personal.
They're just like, yo, Tino, you're too direct, you know. And they said, you know, people need honesty, you know. Sometimes in life when you're honest, you know, you don't be a favorite of people, you know. So in life, I always try to be honest, and what I'm doing now is actually my passion. So fitness, you know, fitness is life, you know. And I was telling you guys that I'm going to be 44 next week.
I was still surprised.
I believe that too.
Listen. And I'm a grandfather as well, so I'm a
Tino,
yeah, boy.
Tino, what do you eat for breakfast?
Avocados and eggs. I do a lot of burpees. So if you want that vampire juice is AKA burpees. Get exercising, get moving, and don't be too sedentary.
Man, say you 44.
Yeah, man.
44.
Yeah, man. With a 3-year-old grandchild.
Show them the gun. Show the guns to the camera.
So the technique, hopefully I can get to look like that when I reach your age, you know. So it's avocados, eggs, and burpees for sure on the morning.
Before we leave, Tino's gonna make y'all do some burpees.
I don't want to get these guys a hard top, man.
I see Nigel already start scratching his head, you know.
I'm sweating already.
So now before we get onto the pitch and, you know, into some serious questions, you did mention that, you know, you've been back in St. Lucia. Tell us, what's it like being outside of here and, you know, being back in the grounds in St. Lucia and things again?
Yeah, so let me just, you know, just obviously looking at it from trying to contextualize it. You know, living in Barbados, you know, you're never a king in your own country. And I just want to carry you back. I played cricket for Barbados for 17 straight seasons.
Wow.
You know, probably the most. When it comes to regional cricket, I got the most first class wickets for Barbados. But you know, you don't really get that love in your country. You know, it's always be like another country that adopts you. So you know, I remember the first time I came to St. Lucia was March 2002 when Bonsejour Stadium had now opened.
Wow.
I was playing for the West Indies Presidents 11 against the India senior team with Sachin Tendulkar and stuff, and this is over 24 years ago. And I remember coming to St. Lucia, and the energy was always amazing. And I remember we used to enter Bonsejour from the top road. So so that how long ago it was, you know. And I remember it was the most breathtaking stadium in the Caribbean at that point in time. It still is. I still love Bonsejour. So you know, like coming here, you know, the people are very. I mean, Caribbean people on the whole, you know, love cricket, you know, but St. Lucia, you know, is more of like a family, and I always loved the guys from the Windward Islands. I always thought that they were more connected. It wasn't the egos, you know.
Right.
When you play for Barbados, everybody know Bajans, you know, that big ego, you know what I mean. But down in the islands, I always found that the guys were a lot more loving, a lot more caring, a lot more family orientated. It wasn't like the egos. If somebody is wrong, they say sorry and they move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was for me, it was always like, wow, I love being down here.
Nice.
So when I first played for you guys, when it comes to St. Lucia as a West Indies player, you know, the energy would be good. Even when you go in the restaurants, you know, in Rodney Bay, it always used to be like, yo, you don't have to pay for the food. I was like, nah, man. You know what I mean? It was always like, you know what I mean? And I was coming here when Rex in Lucia was the big hotel. On the water.
History.
Yeah, man. So I always had this little beautiful relationship with St. Lucia and the people, and you know, and the beautiful women of St. Lucia as well. You know, so yeah, man. So I always love St. Lucia, but you know, no, for me, you know, it's always like a big family. And I think as a professional athlete, where you know you're constantly under pressure, it's always good to, if you go in a restaurant or you walk in the street, somebody's being nice to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I remember in Barbados when I got dropped from West Indies team, because I played for West Indies when I was 20. You know, yeah, I made my debut back in 2003 against the mighty Australians. And I remember I got dropped for a year. And I remember walking the streets in Barbados and people say, Tino Best, you would never met my West Indies team. I'd be like, whoa, yeah. Yeah, it was rough because like Caribbean, especially the Bajans, because we come from a society of such great players. You know what I mean? When you name a Barbados, and I just mean a Barbados 11, could beat the World 11. The greatest Barbados 11 can beat the greatest from World 11. That is how many cricketers Barbados have produced. So yeah, so you know you guys got Sammy and Johnson Charles and John Eugene. Those are the big three. You know what I mean? But in Barbados we got like 5 teams.
Five.
Yeah, 5 teams. Yeah, like
Cricket is big in Barbados.
Yeah, and the thing about it, right? I'm not even the best cricketer in my family.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. My uncle Carly Best, who played in the 80s and the 90s, and people would tell you, would argue, so Charlie Best is better than Tino Best. So I remember one time I was playing a game and I was giving this kid some chat, you know, bowling quick at him, and I finally got him out. And he said to me, at least I'm the best cricketer in my family. It's like, what? It's like, you're not better than your uncle. Yeah, so shots, yeah, man. So I came up in a family, a household that was footballers, cricketers, you know, and it was always encouraged to try to strive for excellence in everything you do.
Wow, that's quite a background where you're coming from there, you know, boy. It's now you did mention to us that you did you topped your regional average back in 2003. Did you feel like your big break was coming soon after that? Yeah, I mean,
obviously, you know, like, you know, bios is just a low overall mindset of what a player go through. But I remember making Barbados team in 2002. I got second most wickets my first season. First season I got second most wickets. Second season I got the most wickets, which is there. 04 I got most wickets again. Alright, I got the Courtney Walsh Award like back-to-back seasons.
Jeez, man.
So my break came in 03, but I felt for me when you make West Indies team, and I played in the era of Brian Lara. Brian Lara was my first captain, and I remember going into the West Indies team. There was a big, a lot of infighting in terms of the captaincy. It was like Carl Hooper and Brian Lara had, you know, it was this big whole board thing, and I was like, wow. And then when you come in the West Indies team, like it was like every man for himself.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was still love, but it was just so different. Yeah, you know, because obviously, like, when you play for Barbados, it's all Barbadians. If you play for Windward Islands or Leeward Islands, obviously you got the other islands made up,
integrated in there. Yeah.
But playing in the Barbados team, even though there's a lot of egos, there's still a lot of love as well. Huh?
Okay, that's
and then when I made the West Indies team, it was a whole different thing. You know what I mean? It was like high energy. You know, you had to hit the ground running. It was like hard, and you know, it was a wake up call to say, you know what, Tino, you've got more work to do if you want to maintain at this level. So I remember the year that I got dropped, it was really good for me because it helped me to understand what I needed to do to whenever I get back here.
Oh, okay, so it helped you work on your craft basically.
Yes,
nice.
How I could maintain. You know what I mean? And in my era, I mean, it used to take us, if you were a good professional cricketer, it used to take you like from year 1 to year 7 or year 8 to make $1 million. You had to work for your money. So you had a regional cricket, and then you had to, and regional cricket wasn't paying you nothing. You had to play well to make West Indies to get those big checks. And then if you got those big checks playing for West Indies, then you get a county contract. You play county cricket, and then then you make good money. Then you make English pound. But it was no IPL, this L, CPL, it was none of the L's.
None of the L's,
Yeah, so you had to play cricket. You had to learn how to play cricket properly to sustain. And now a guy just got a swipe to make 20 off of 4 balls and he's a million. You know what I mean? So just show you how things have changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guy, you remember back in the day, learning to play forward was a big thing. You had to learn how to play forward. You had to learn how to catch. You had to learn how to bowl fast for long periods. Now, the game has evolved so much that all you need to do is bowl 3 overs fast, hit 20 off the 3 balls, run out somebody brilliantly, and you're a multi-millionaire.
Jesus.
And that just to show you how the game has changed, thing. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, you gotta evolve. Everything evolves.
Everything evolves in time.
I mean, back in the day, like coming into a TV station, it's a lot of wires and stuff. Now you guys go live.
Yeah.
You don't need a big camera. You don't need nothing. You know what I mean? So you got to evolve with the times or become a dinosaur. You know what I mean?
Literally.
So that's the thing that I've learned as I got older in life. You need to evolve. Don't get bitter, get better. Remember that slogan?
Write that down.
Write that down. Put on that shit. Someone put on that shit, man.
Yeah, man. Don't get bitter, get better.
I also learned faster game, more money.
Faster
It's
game,
a faster
more-
game now.
Yeah, man.
More money involved.
Yeah, man, crazy money. I mean, like for instance, let me say a guy like Brian Lara, who is creme de la creme, or let me say a Viv Richards.
Yeah.
Viv Richards and Brian Lara probably was making 100,000 US a year at the height of their career. A year. That was astronomical in the context
At the time.
of what we were
time.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow.
Big
You know,
things.
big thing. Land was $5 a square foot.
Boy.
You get what I'm saying?
Bring back them tags, man.
Yeah, man. And then obviously no. When you're looking at someone like Andrea Russell or Karen Pollard or Sunil Narain,
Right.
they go for $1 million US per season in the IPL,
season.
and that's only for 6 weeks of work.
Jesus.
You get what I'm saying? So it just tries to show you
How much is
things
evolved.
have evolved. You know what I mean? So you got to grow with the times. The only thing that I would love to change when it comes to West Indies cricket is how do we deal with the grassroots?
Okay.
And when we talking about dealing with grassroots, coming from my professional strength and conditioning, I don't think the children are strong enough like how we were.
I had that a lot too.
Yeah. So when you're hearing it from a professional standpoint, is this: when we were young, we used to run boat. We call it run a boat. So we used to go and pelt at mangoes, go fishing, climb trees, pitch marbles. Sprinting the gap, spending the whole day at the beach running against each other. So our body, our central nervous systems were strong. We when we get cold, we get cold for a day or two.
Yeah, that
day
lasted.
Now the kids in the phone,
iPad,
PlayStation,
everything.
and then obviously when it comes to professional sports or something, you see a kid that got a little talent, and you bring him in an environment where we want him to do well, and then you can't really load him, as we were saying in strength and conditioning. You can't load the athlete because they can't lunge, they can't squat, they can't hinge, they can't pull. So you gotta now learn them how to do these things. Whereas as young people, when we were growing up, these are things we used to do all the time.
Yeah,
because when you think about pitching marbles, what position are you in when you pitching marbles? You're stooping. All day.
That's true,
Lunchtime, you at school, you buy the marbles, you pitching for 3 hours.
Do
2
children
hours.
play marbles anymore?
Yeah, you know what I mean? You pitching,
I know
So
that's
you're
Unless I see a marble.
yeah, man. So you're basically in a squatting position all
all
for
the
an
time.
hour,
Yeah,
just pitching. And then you and your friends climbing a tree. You see a manga, you climbing a tree. So you gotta pull. You got pulling
Use that
strength.
upper
You know
body,
what I mean? Yeah, upper body. You gotta count the sheep or you gotta count the cow. For your granddad, you gotta pull. A stubborn cow is a serious thing.
That's so new.
Yeah, so you got that natural strength. So your central nervous system was strong from young, and it's like the 80s and the to the late 90s maybe. And then after that, social media, phones, PlayStation. I remember we had Nintendo.
Nintendo was big thing.
But it was and the Atari. But you used to be like a nerd, like. Nobody like you got man care about that. Let's get on bicycles. Let's get on our bicycles. We get on our bicycle about 8 little boys, and we riding all about going in this neighborhood and going to play hopscotch. You see a bunch of girls playing hopscotch. You see this girl you like, you want to play hopscotch, and you gotta go and do hopscotch. You know what I mean? And what that is doing is training you how to work on one leg. Hopscotch. So all the little things that we used to do as kids,
Up,
I didn't look at it like that.
Last time I saw a young boy in my community, I said, "What are you gonna do?" "I'm gonna play football." So, but the football field is that direction.
Yeah.
All the time, the man go home to play FIFA. On the
FIFA, yeah, that was what I'm saying. Correct.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So we
Different time.
yeah, so we not even strengthening our bodies as kids. And then one of the things that makes me laugh is that we try to specialize children quickly. So if a guy can play cricket and he likes cricket, we making him play cricket, only cricket from 10 years old. No, I used to play every single sport. I remember I used to sprint at school, get my backside roast, but I sprinting. I used to do the high jump. I used to do the javelin, the shot put. Play football for the school, play badminton, play table tennis. Yeah, you mean like that's when we grew up. We used to want to play everything. We were like, we are good at everything. We play a lawn tennis, so our hand and eye coordination was so good. So when we specialized in cricket, we became good at what we were doing because we had that background of playing rugby, playing squash, we don't do that anymore. So like my thing to like when I talking to people and I say, look, get children playing multiple sports. If you get them to play multiple sports, they're gonna get stronger. Get them out the house, get them off the phones, get them climbing.
Yeah, and like also it would get them out of bad company, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
That's something constructive to do.
Yeah, like my grandson. I mean, I got my grandson in the monkey bars already. He's 3. He's playing in the monkey bars already because you want to make sure. Yeah, get him on his seesaw, get him jumping, get him sprinting.
No cocoa melon, no iPad.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, we give him, we take it away from him. We give him like 40 minutes on it. And then we take it away, get upset, and we say, go and find something to do. Go and walk a boat, go and run boat or something. So I think as parents and as grandparents and as school teachers and physical education teachers, what we need to do is make sure that our the young people around us are doing multiple sports. And that's how we're gonna get them stronger and get them fitter.
Condition.
Nice. Yeah, man, I like that.
Right now, can you walk us through a training day for the St. Lucia Kings?
Yeah, so obviously, so what we do.
Pick up James over there, you know.
Yeah, man.
Japan, you're on TV. You don't introduce them on there too.
Yeah, so
we go find a way, man.
James, how you feeling?
I'm there. Let Tino tell you about that day,
boy.
Because Tino messaging from early.
Yeah.
All right, tell him.
Yeah, so one of the things that I realized about like the last 6 years, so then my 6th season with the Kings, the more you go to school, because being a coach, you gotta go to school, get your degree.
Yeah.
I'm just about to start my masters and stuff and stuff. Yeah, so man. So I mean, when you play cricket, you play cricket 17, 18 years, and then what are you gonna do after? Are you gonna get bitter and vexed at the world? You gotta keep evolving, as I
like you said, don't get bitter, get better.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So you find what you love and you make sure that you get the highest qualification and understand the craft that you're in. So I like to start off the guys because cricket is not played all year round. So you don't need to load guys, make them do heavy stuff. You need to just do a lot of top up work.
Okay.
And one of the top up work I like to do is start them off with eating properly. I think what is very important that we don't eat properly as athletes. So you find that if a guy go breakfast, he gonna eat bakes, salt fish.
Them fast things.
Yeah, you will find me eating fried eggs. Eggs is perfect, but it's how you prepare.
It's how you prepare the eggs.
And then he can drink some sugary juice,
sodas,
and,
kind of thing.
And then he go whole pancakes with all the syrup.
Yes,
So
by the time sugar, a lot of fats.
So by the time he get to the game, he get to practice, and we go through our warm-ups.
Right.
He's tired already.
Oh gosh.
And then by the time he done bowl, he's absolutely gone. So what I realized from schoolwork and studying is like, you know what, we start off by eating properly. So what I do and what I put in the chat from 2-3 weeks, guys being out. So guys, when we get St. Lucia, breakfast, lunch, dinner,
structured,
everything structured. So we want to start off you with like on mornings for athlete or for you as a normal person.
Right.
You want to make sure that you start with protein, carbs, fats, so that you don't crash.
I tried writing that down. Protein,
carbs,
fats. Yeah. So what does that entail? So you want to make sure that your plate has
healthy fats. Right?
Yeah.
Avocados.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
So you want to make sure you got like eggs. If you want to do an omelette, any style, and make sure egg whites is nonsense.
What?
Eat the whole egg.
I keep hearing people say,
listen, eat.
Please
eat the whole egg. You need the yolk, which has in choline, which helps your body to break down the that helps you to get more energy. Okay. Good. No egg whites. All right. Eat the full damn egg. All right. Good. So for big men like us, we need at least 3 to 4 eggs, whole eggs properly. So you can boil them. You can put them in an omelette.
I can
Try
see that
not to
causing
fry
problems
them.
at home, you know.
So don't fry them.
Don't fry them.
all
Don't fry them.
eggs.
Yeah. Don't fry the egg.
Don't fry it.
Don't fry it. Do it in an omelette. You know, little bit of olive oil. Do an omelette or boil them.
Okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
and then you got your eggs. That's your protein. Then you got, let me say, for your carbs, you can use plantain, not deep fried plantain, alright?
What?
Plantain, yeah.
That's the only way.
I don't think they know another way.
You want to make sure. Yeah, you know, if you don't have an option,
Yeah.
you want to make sure you got a little bit of plantain, and then you want to make sure you got avocado.
Okay.
Right, if you with the avocado, you want to make sure you got some salmon. And one of the things about eating avocado, make sure you have tomato as well. Because
Nice
the breakdown
combination.
of when you eat the avocado and tomato together, it breaks down magnificently and it goes straight into your bloodstream, lower your blood sugar levels as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Noted.
Right?
They
So
don't know that.
remember, this is schoolwork. This is from
Yeah.
school. This is not my law. This is the laws of what they teach us. So that is breakfast, right? So after that, if you're in the sun and you're playing cricket, I prefer the guys to use Greek yogurt.
Okay.
Right? Plain Greek yogurt. It wouldn't taste horrible.
Boy, I
know, right? But this is gonna help
that.
you. So I'd like the guys to use Greek yogurt and you put walnuts, blueberries, raspberries, a little bit of honey on that. So you got extra protein, you got your plate full of avocados, salmon, plantain, and the eggs. You got your Greek yogurt and you got your nuts as well.
Nice.
And then you could use either a green tea, which I love to use green tea. Drink a cup of green tea or coffee. Two of them are two super drinks. It's not early on the morning. And then you drink your water. And so by the time you in the sun and you done run, you are not even hungry.
That's all I got.
I'm saying, So
that's
right,
right.
and you're not tired. So from there, when we done our gym or our training, I can then carry guys for recovery in the pool. Right, we do a pool recovery. After that, we might get a gym session, which entails like doing some core synergistics, some dumbbell cleans, some power movements, more plyometrics. What is plyometrics? Plyometrics is explosive movement. So like jumping stuff, vertical jumps.
Basically, like when you're on the pitch on the field.
Correct. Lateral movements. Agility. So you do plyometrics, agility. A little bit of weights because the guys play all year round. You don't want to injure them. You want them to. You want to prepare them for the next tournament that you're playing after CPL. So you want to make sure that we change their minds by the food they eat. Let them know we are not eating because we're eating. We're eating for a reason. We're eating for energy. You gotta feel the body. And then obviously at lunch, you want to make sure that which the caterers are doing a fantastic job. What's the name of the caterers that we use?
I'm not sure.
They've done a fantastic job. So lunchtime, if we decide to eat at lunchtime, you want to make sure now that you got quinoa. So I told them replace the rice. The rice with quinoa. Yeah, so you got quinoa, sweet potato, you got your ground provisions, right? You got your steamed fish, you got your grilled chicken, you got all your vegetables, a little bit of avocado again. You get what I'm saying? So that is lunch. So that's clean again.
Wow.
That's a big
That's
lunch.
no scallop potatoes.
You said no meat there, no?
You said salmon.
Salmon. So the meats,
Yeah,
so the meats are like salmon, grilled fish, or kingfish.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Alright.
So you don't want. I try to stay away from the pork.
No. You hear?
No pork. I don't like the guys eating pork. I like the guys more eating like steak or beef.
Okay.
Because they're easy breakdown protein.
Yeah,
And they're
nice.
ready to go. You know what I mean? And then nighttime, I try to tell the guys, at night, try to use
One shot of gin.
protein. you want to make sure. You want to make sure at nighttime when your body looking to rest. You don't want to eat at 8, 9, 10, 11. You want to make sure that unless we have a night game, which is okay.
Then that's an exception.
Yeah, that's an exception. But at night, we want to make sure that we got protein, either steak, salmon. Mostly steak or salmon. I like steak or salmon at night, and the carbs will be not really carbs. It will be vegetables and avocado. What that does is when you eat the steak and the avocado, the vegetables, when you're sleeping, it lowers your blood sugar.
So avocado tree.
So you wake up the next day.
Boy, right now, avocado trees.
Yes, avocado is a superfood, man. Are we going right in the Caribbean? Right, you know what I mean? Like, it's a superfood. So when you wake up in the morning, you wake up with energy. You don't wake up with a headache and you know what I mean?
Belly aches,
or nothing from eating pork and putting in sauce and fried food in night time and deep fry this. No, you want to make sure that you steam your fish, you grill your fish. Your chicken,
you don't fry it.
Don't fry it. Stay away from the fried stuff. So for me, that is how I eat in a day. You know what I mean? Let's say at 9 o'clock I get hungry for some apparent reason, I will go in the fridge and I will
have something light.
Yeah, watch what we do. Greek yogurt again, some blueberries, and a little bit of honey. Wow. And you good. Don't go in the fridge and eat 2 jam pops. No bread and cheese.
No Pop Tarts.
No Pop Tarts.
So Tino, if one of our Kings players gets caught cheating, what happens?
Oh boy.
$50 fine. No, serious. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Yeah, guys.
Has anyone ever cheated in the history of the Kings?
Of course, man get good fine. Man get $100 fine. So when we passing through Trinidad and all them airports, no fast food. Yeah. Wow. No KFC. KFC is banned. Chef is banned for 6 weeks.
Whoa. Oh, I get you.
Because we need to make sure that our athletes are eating food that is gonna boost their energy.
True.
And is gonna help their recovery as well. So we want to get them thinking like athletes. And if you look, you watch the NFL, you watch the quarterbacks. You go on Netflix.
Yeah.
You watch the quarterbacks. We got this show called The Quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You guys got chefs, and when you see the chef preparing the food, they are not eating pizza. They are not eating fast food. They are eating whole foods.
Whole foods. Clean
so you
foods.
need to eat whole foods for your body. You need to fuel your body. You can't fuel your body on fast food and fried foods. You're wasting your time. Man, get one good season. That's the end of you. You're going to be working in a hotel or working the bank or something. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be a professional athlete, you got to eat for energy and recovery. So ice baths. So after all of that, our recovery entails ice baths. The stadium for the World Cup obviously did a beautiful revamp.
Big up the stadium.
Big up the stadium. You know, Darren Sammy cricket ground. Yeah, you know, we got the ice bath. So every player, especially fast bowlers, well, everyone has 5 minutes in the ice bath, 5 minutes in the hot shower.
How important are those ice baths though?
Oh, ice bath is basically breaking down all the getting all the lactic acid out of your body, all your muscles, just helping you to regenerate those blood cells. So remember, more blood cells help you to know, so you won't be sore. Now, if you ever go in the gym and you know next to you,
boy, you feel the pain.
So what we do as athletes, when we train hard, we give them the ice baths.
Okay.
So when they do an ice bath and the hot and cold, when they sleep without good food in them, when they wake up, they're not sore. They're ready to go. And I was doing we used to call it a miracle bath. I was doing that since 2000.
Jeez.
So even me in my capacity as a strength and conditioning coach back in Barbados, because I run my own gym, I train 5 days a week, and I do ice bath 3 days a week. So I have a barrel home, I go straight in, fully down, and my body feels fantastic, man.
Wow.
So you gotta take care of your body. Listen, you can't go in courts. You can buy everything in courts, and everything from anywhere, but you can't buy a body. You only got one. You gotta take care of it. You know what I mean? So I think God has blessed us with life. I think living is a blessing, man. And I think that once you're living, you should always treat your body properly and take care of it. You know what I mean? And everyone is saying, man, nah, man. You gotta make sure you take care of your body because you won't live.
Yeah. Now
you want to be functional. Yeah,
CPL 2025. Darren Sammy leading the charge. He's the coach, right? He's our coach. Johnson Charles on the lineup. He's on the lineup. What do you think our chances are for this season? Of course, we have 2 new additions. We have I'm trying to remember the names there. It's Shamsi, and also we have Tim David. What are our chances for 2025?
How we looking?
I think we're fantastic. We're in good shape. One of the things I love about St. Lucia Kings since 2020, we have been very consistent. We have played in the playoffs all the time for the last 5 seasons. And I just think that, you know, when Darren came out of playing and going to that managerial coaching role, I think he gets the best. And I can tell you this, I'm not going to say this just because I'm in St. Lucia, but I play my best cricket for West Indies under Darren Sammy. You know what I mean? I got my
Hey.
You know, I break world records on the yeah, man. You know, because you know, people will say, you know, Darren is not a cigar field service. We all know that, but there's something about being a leader of men that is very critical. No one is born a leader. True. I think experience makes you a leader when you're a good follower. And when I first played with Darren Sammy in 04 in the West Indies team, I had 2 years in the team before him. He always asks questions. He always wants to know what can I do to get better. Even when you fail, he's still upbeat. And I always felt that he was always going to be a good leader. And my words didn't drop to the ground. You know what I mean? And coming from the military, I could see guys. I can see that. It's like, he's going to be a good leader. It's something about him. You know what I mean? And I think that Darren gets the best out of players. You know what I mean? Once he has a committed player, he's going to get the best out of them. And I think, you know, 2 World Cups. I mean, come on. You take 2012. Yeah. I mean, when he was captain, you know, 2012, 2016. If you look at that West Indies team, right? There's so much egos in that team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, lots.
Men with big IPL contracts,
and
Darren, who was the small fish in the team, got all them boys to play together and win 2 World Cups, beat people, get the best out of Carlos Braco.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
Make Carlos believe that you can do anything. Nothing is impossible. And then Carlos hit 4 sixes, we won it in 2012 in Sri Lanka. Then we beat the colonial master in 2016.
Hey, that was good.
Man, yeah, that feels good. Yeah, you know what I mean? So Darren is a leader that gets the best out of players. And last year was phenomenal. Obviously winning the trophy for the first time. And the way how Darren talk in team meetings, the way how he maneuver the team and make guys understand today is your day. Be a king. You're a king. Be a king. And don't get distracted by the noise. I think Darren has always been that kind of figure. I think that we're in good shape, man, because we don't have the big superstars like, oh yeah, we got this body in there. We got guys that can play together. And having his coaching staff being Floyd Reefer, who played for West Indies and captain West Indies, Pedro Collins, who played for West Indies, myself, played for West Indies, and him himself, the cricketers listen to us. You know what I mean? And so, you know, I don't try to get too involved with the cricketing aspect.
Right.
But if the youngsters come and ask me a question, which they do, I always give them the good advice from my experience of being a professional for 20 years. So that's what I love about St. Lucia. It is a brotherhood. Win, draw, we don't get too high, we don't get too low. We just simmer.
Now you did mention the youngsters. How you say the engagement with the youngsters have been in terms of the cricket aspect in the cricket field so far? How you seeing the engagements? Are you seeing more young men engaged in cricket, or are you finding like they're dropping out of it?
Now, cricketers. My thing about young people in cricket is that I want them to love Test rate as well, not just 2020. You get what I'm saying? But the interest is there. It is like people always say this, James, like, oh, we're losing cricket. No, we're not losing cricketers. We just need good, strong infrastructure.
Okay.
We need our cricketers to understand 2020 is not the only version. Playing in the IPL and making $1 million in 6 weeks is not the only thing. You gotta learn to play cricket. You get what I'm saying? So the interest is there. I think one of the brightest youngsters I love to see is this little youngster Keon Gaston. Yeah, I think that and you know and young Agis, Akeem Agis. Those are the two young solutions that I always look at the low solutions that come in the team. You know, as the years go through. Yeah. We obviously McKenny has done. You know, he's done well in the breakout league. Trinidad pick him up. So I want to see all these solutions get in other franchises as well, not just St. Lucia, but get that experience. You know, go wrong and shout out obviously. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got like McKenny going to Trinidad and learning from Bravo or Pollard and understanding. That is good. That's good for West Indies cricket, because when I look at it, I'm looking at the totality of West Indies cricket. I'm just not looking at St. Lucia, but to see the youngsters coming through from St. Lucia like young Keon, and you know, he has so much potential. All he needs to do is make sure that, you know, he finds a really good, strong SNC here. As I always tell all the kids, find someone who's qualified to train you. Don't just go to a guy in a gym that training 12 other people in the world. He training you. You want one-on-one. Yeah, so someone could. Yeah. So you need to go to someone that's gonna train you one-on-one, show you how to move properly tell you what you are doing, this movement, breaking it down to you, so that when you're on your own, you become a professional. You're just not a professional for the time that you're in the gym. You won't be a professional every day you wake up in the morning. The way you eat, the way you sleep, what you drink, what you put in your body.
That mindset.
The people you associate yourself around. You get what I'm saying, James?
True.
You want to be
good.
Yes. You want to be professional. The books you read. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I always tell kids, like, some of the best books are from CRL James. You know what I mean? CRL James got a book, Beyond the Boundary for Cricket. Then he got the Black Jacobites.
Where's he from?
Trinidad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
you Google him, and you know the Black Jacobites is an amazing story about Haiti and the Caribbean diaspora or experiences, and that opens up your mind to understand who you are, what you represent, where you are in the world. I think that you got to know your blackness. You gotta love your blackness.
True.
And because being a professional is a holistic thing. You know what I mean? You gotta be in the totality. How you are in your village. When you walk past Miss Jones, are you helping Miss Jones with her bikes?
Yeah, or you just
Or
watching
you
the
going to
struggle.
help? Yeah, or you gonna go and Miss Jones, you need your backyard clean.
Yeah.
Let me get the weed whacker. That is being professional.
Wow.
That is being loving. That is when I always believe that the energy of the world is gonna bless you. You need to, you know, they always say I was raised like this. If a child don't feel the warmth of the village, he will burn it down to feel warm. African proverbs. So you got to make sure that what are you doing in your community? Are you a positive light in your community? Do you go back and love your community? Like for me, my primary school bitches are making me paint me on the wall. You know, and
nice.
I brought me to tears. So I make sure I always go back to my community, make sure that everything is good, everybody's happy, you know. And I think that is what a professional is. So for me, that is what young people need to do, you know, because you don't need to be an athlete to be professional. You get what I'm saying? I think that being professional is education.
Okay.
You need to educate yourself. There's always a level higher. Keep educating yourself. Keep reading. Keep getting better. I don't think that. Yeah, I mean, if just because you work in a bank or you work in the sanitation service, which you are very important.
Yeah.
But if people don't pick up the garbage every place, you mistake.
Oh, you're gonna be real.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Correct. Or the man that work in the road works or something. Read a book. Do a course. Keep improving yourself. I just don't. You don't get better. Get better. There's always a level up. Keep improving yourself as human beings. Keep improving yourself as who you are. Because I am going to be the greatest Tino Best that was ever born. I hope that you're going to be the greatest. Don't let another. I try my best to be. Yeah, but always. There's never going to be another Tino Best as great as me. I'm making sure of that. So you competing against yourself. And I think once you don't look at external energies that can pull you out and you know you compare yourself to this, I think comparison is steal a joy.
It is.
So you got to make sure that you stay focused on who you are. Put those blinders on and grind hard.
A lot of good advice from you this morning. Now we know August 23rd, Saturday, August 23rd, our Kings will be in action.
Yeah.
Tell us, how important is it for Solutions to paint the entire Darren Sammy cricket grounds in blue?
Right through.
Vital. Guys, we need you to come out. I mean, again, our first match is this coming Saturday, but we'll be in Antigua, right? Quick turnaround from Antigua, then head to St. Kitts, and then we're gonna head back here. But of course, we want to have that home advantage.
Yes.
And we need to feel that. Now, of course, you have different rivalries, like, Nigeria have our rivalries. Spurs and Chelsea,
Yeah.
Everybody has their rivalries in sport. So, one of the spicy fixtures that we have is always TKR.
Also, they're our rivals, basically.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Forever.
Never change.
Yeah. We have to give McKenny some talk as well. McKenny, we love you. But so that first game, imagine the first home game is gonna be one of the best ones. TKR.
And what days again?
That is on the 23rd. 23rd. All right.
The date, Lucia.
Make sure everybody remembers tomorrow is the last day for early bird. Eh?
Tomorrow
is the last day for early bird.
All right.
Okay. So that means, of course, grounds is $25 for early bird. Grozile 40, Castries 40, and of course Johnson Charles is gonna be $50. Early bird. Let that early bird go.
Where can we get the ticket?
Yeah, talk to us.
All right. The box office is open already at the Darren Sammy grounds, so you can head there from I think about like from 9 to 4.
From 9 to it's usually 9 to 4.
Right, so that's every day. You also have all Sol service stations. You have the Cell. You have SA House of Wines, Gablewoods Mall. You also have Steve's Barber Shop. So you have a wide range of places you can go. And
Nice.
it's not just one Cell. You know, you have all of the Cell outlets
Nice.
that you can head to as well.
Island wide.
Yeah. So many different locations, but again, early bird ends tomorrow. And those of you in the south listening, there was a pop-up yesterday at the Grizzly gas station. Tomorrow we're doing it down in Viewfort.
Hey,
Viewfort tomorrow?
Viewfort, we coming.
Niceness.
1 to
We
5.
coming, Viewfort.
1 to 5. And if you're there tomorrow, once you buy a ticket, right, you're gonna get a prize. Like it could be a free promo jersey.
Like an instant prize.
Yeah, the new kid.
Well, I didn't say that.
No, it's a question. Because
You get a jersey.
James walks in with this nice,
You get a jersey.
nice jersey on him.
Yeah.
I might have one, you know. Yeah.
We gotta make something happen. Sue is listening. So you hear that?
So organizing,
Yeah,
please.
check out the
So
space.
organizing, please. I'm a large. Just
Yeah,
put it out there.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a wonderful atmosphere. Apart from TKR, after that on the Sunday, the following day, we played Barbados Royals. After that, we have the Amazon Warriors. You know, the Guyanese fans come out.
Oh Lord.
They come out.
On our home territory.
Yeah.
Exactly. Every year it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We can't have the Guyanese fans outshining
Trying
us
to
in
make
our own
more
stadium.
noise than us.
So we have to paint the place blue, and then following that we have St. Kitts and Antigua. So we have a nice few fixtures in St. Louis.
Now let's talk
Nice.
the kit real quick fast, right? In
that?
terms of painting the stadium blue,
Blue.
on Saturday, where can we get our 2025 St. Lucia Kings kit?
Right, so you can get that at SA House of Wines.
Gablewoods Mall.
Gablewoods Mall, yeah.
And of course at the box office. Box
Okay.
office has them.
Yes.
The price is 110 EC.
110
EC.
Now, I mean,
No early bird
it's not
specials?
bad. No,
I just check it.
I mean, all of us can attest to it, right? Football jerseys,
Yeah.
like, you know, sometimes you're spending 90 US, 100
Yep.
US,
Yeah,
right? You're getting these top of the line jerseys.
Yeah, quality.
For 110.
And we have a new
And
kit, right? Is it
yeah.
a new kit?
Yeah, always.
It's a new
every
one.
year.
I think Melbet, new sponsor on the
Yeah.
front
Principal
sponsor.
sponsor.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
And I can tell you this: the new jersey is one of the best jerseys. It
110.
has the roaring lion on it. It is
Yeah.
absolutely
Ooh.
beautiful.
Ooh, okay.
That blue is an aquatic
Yeah.
blue. It's-
Wait.
The jersey is very nice quality. And what I realize about the makers in India, every year they step up with the kit. Like every single
Shout
year.
out T10
Getting
Sports.
better.
T10
If you're
Sports, yeah,
listening.
man. These jerseys are. I already my father's begged me for a jersey
Yeah.
already. My son begged me for. I everybody the message I just say, guys, remember I don't play. Huh?
No, when you
I
see
get
it,
disclosure.
Yeah. So I can be owed 360 EC and buying jerseys for my family back in Barbados. Man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
worth it though. When you see it, especially when the sun hits that and you see all of the details
The
of it.
shoulder, the
I'll have to
shoulder.
get
Oh,
my
it's
kit, man.
beautiful.
I want to get mine personalized. I'll put my name on the back of mine. So
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
110 EC St. Lucia.
110.
Go get your kit, 2025 kit
Yep.
at SA of Wines at the Gablewoods.
Gablewoods.
Mall. Yes, right.
And remember this,
And the box office.
and the box office. And also remember, this is the champion jersey, and it has the star on the top.
Oh
That's right.
gosh.
So when you win CPL, you get the star. So these jerseys has
Hey,
the star.
I
So
go to my
Japan,
car.
man.
so
Let me-
make
let
sure
me
it's a
explain
championship
to you.
jersey.
Yep.
So yeah.
He doesn't know about these things, so let me explain it to you. Like, it's like Chelsea when they won the Club World Cup. They get that crest away for 4 years. James, you know about that, right?
You will do it.
But I remember I'm a Chelsea fan as well. For years. I was a Chelsea fan.
I really betray wave there.
Man, no, man. I was a Chelsea fan since 1998. One of my favorite footballers was Marseille Desailly, the Frenchman. So I always loved him. I always thought he was one of the best defenders in the world. So I go way back.
Yeah.
So and Zolo.
So we're keeping it
Zola,
blue. We're keeping it blue.
Yeah.
Kings with blue.
Even
Just
today,
always.
it's blue and blue already.
And
I
on
don't
the
know this
21st
guy talking about Tottenham. He's not even the best team in London.
So St. Lucia, we bring in that blue energy on the 23rd. Paint the stadium blue. We're ready. We're ready.
No story.
None of that.
We come to mash up party.
Yeah, Martin and Bronx. We mash up party.
Let's talk entertainment.
Oh, yes,
I know CPL comes with entertainment.
Especially for the halftime.
What kind of entertainment are we expecting?
CPL again. I think it was from last year. The series that they have. Was it Live Louder?
Yeah.
Right. So of course it's no different this year.
Awesome.
Nice.
So you're gonna have your halftime shows. You're gonna have your performances. It's gonna be a vibe, right? Ooh. Yeah. So just expect, you have, of course, Hollywood HP on the ones and twos smashing up the place, and then of course you're gonna have your entertainment, different entertainers coming through and performing, and soon CPL are gonna be putting.
Wait! I just got a message.
What's that?
It's not a surprise. It's official. They're saying on the 23rd, our halftime show is Chevy J. Chevy J will be performing on the 23rd. Hey. Guys, CPL ain't playing.
They're playing at all,
They're playing, We're ready.
Collision performing.
Who? Collision. Collision, where
I want to
you?
drop a 16.
Collision have a song for the season.
Yeah, man. So, let's make it happen.
Collision, we want a dub plate for the St. Lucia Kings, please.
All right.
Please and thanks.
So, guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping by this morning. Tino, let me tell you something. You dropped a lot of dimes for our listeners, our viewers this morning. We appreciate it. I think we could get about 25 to 30 clips from you.
Yeah, man.
Information, advice, and ways to carry on your life in the future, because it was very informative, man. I appreciate that.
Imagine I cancel my fried chicken for lunch already,
And that, the thing about it is, like, I am so grateful and thankful that I was raised by my grandmother and her 5 daughters, including my mom. So I was raised in a house full of women. And I ain't soft.
Yeah,
I as tough as nails. But I always believed, like, being raised by 5 black women, I always saw, like, woman is a god. You know what I mean? So everything that they taught me, the advice they gave me from 5-6 years old when they had a memory, everything played out. The way how you manage your money. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one of the things I did as a kid when I first made West Indies team at 20. Give this quick story. 20 years old, James.
Wow.
Met West Indies team. Went on my account after we actually won. We actually beat Australia. We chased down 418. So we got super bonus from Cable Wireless. And I remember going on my account and I saw this money, and I was like, I called the West Indies board and asked if it was a mistake. They say it's not a mistake. I won't call the figure, but I go home now and I say to my mom, I want this drop top Beamer. I'm 20 years old. My mom sings out to me. She says, if you bring a BMW convertible in this neighborhood, if you bring it in at 9 a.m., you will be dead at 12 p.m. Wow! You are not doing that under my roof.
Wow!
And you a big man,
20 years old. I on TV playing against Australia. I feel like a superstar. My mom said, I will poison you, child.
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
And 2 days later, the same money, and if you know how Barbados is super expensive. So you understand the ginormous check that I was about to receive.
Yeah.
They made me put down on 2 lots of land. And they had enough money to buy this little yellow car, little car, and my mom said, "Yeah, it looks good now." But and then when I go on the team and you get more established and stuff, and she said, "You don't need a mortgage. You as a cricketer, you're making large sums. You build your home. You take your time, build your house. End up building my house. Move from. So it took me about 3-4 years to build my home. Moving my house when I was 26 years, 25, 26.
Nice.
And you living in your house, you understand, you listen to your mother with investments. Mother never had a degree in finance yet. But she has a degree in life.
Yes.
My grandmother had a degree in life. And, and COVID happened years later.
Yeah.
And in my community, I see so many people foreclosing homes and, people can't pay the mortgage and whatever. And I'm just like sitting back, like calling me, my grandmother say, thank you. I don't have a care because I already don't build a home as a young man, don't have a mortgage. The world is at standstill.
And not just that, playing cricket too.
Yeah, man.
Cricket.
So all the people that don't have faith in cricket, look at
that.
It's a fantastic cricket story.
Yeah, man, and you know, and you know, the world stopped, but my life didn't stop, and I was like in my home, comfortable, don't have a mortgage to worry about, don't have to worry about groceries, and I understand this. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to say to you, like, the people around you are gonna help grow you. You know what I mean? And I wish everybody had a family like mine. You know, those women, those 6 women were tremendous.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So much more that one or two of my aunts, obviously the world stopped. I was able to make sure that they were good because of the advice they gave me when I was 20. So I'm 42 years old. But COVID happened in 2020, right? I'm just about 40, 39, retired from cricket, and I can help them out because of the advice they gave me 19, 20 years prior.
Wow, look at
So
that.
yeah, so I just trying to show people, like, you know, you need people around you that is going to help you grow. Not people are going to take from you. Oh, Tino, I need 10 grand. Tino, I need 20 grand. You don't want those people. You want people that are going to help you to grow, to succeed, and then you take care of them then.
Tino, one final favor from you this morning. I want you to look at the camera right in front of you.
Man.
I want you to talk to every St. Lucian young boy and young girl, because we have female cricketers
Yes, we
as
do.
well.
Yeah.
Encourage them about dreaming and fulfilling dreams in cricket.
Yeah, listen, I'll tell you this. Life is about rejection. Life is about disappointment. Because the most important thing about life, you are going to get disappointed. You are going to get rejected. But how are you going to overcome that? You're going to basically overcome that by praying to your inner self, your inner God. Because if you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, you can't give up. No one gives up on what they love. And you got to make sure that you give yourself the opportunity by keep going. Because if you don't keep going, then the dream is gone. So one of the things that I did as a young man is what my grandmother and my mom taught me, how to handle rejection. So rejection is basically saying it is not your time. I never took a L. A L is a lesson. How not to do it that way. How to do it the next way. And keep trying until you get to the promised land. And remember, the most important thing about being successful, because remember, success is subjective, is the journey. Enjoy the journey. So when you get to the pinnacle, you can look back at the journey and give that story to everybody who wants to hear the story. I help them to build, I help them to get to that next level. So keep believing in yourself, because remember, if you love yourself, you can't be worried about the opinion of others about you. Once you don't have that opinion of yourself, you understand? So stay strong, stay focused, believe in yourself in every way possible. Like me, I short, I'm going bald head. I can't be fat too. So pick a struggle. You get what I'm saying? So love yourself, encourage yourself, and talk to yourself, just not in the third person. Alright? God bless and stay strong. Love
This
you.
message is brought to you by CPL. The St. Lucia Kings.
I think after today they will call you Tino the Wise.
I'm still I'm a retired bad boy.
Yeah, man.
Just one more thing as well.
Oh, yes.
We
What's
were
that?
asking who was doing our catering, has been, doing a
Yeah.
great job. It's fantastic cuisine, Jackie and Bobby.
Jackie.
Big thanks
Yes.
from the St. Lucia Kings, guys.
Yes,
Big up,
big
big up.
respect.
So our job is about experiencing things. So how about I have a great idea.
What's
I have a
that?
great idea. Can we have a St. Lucia Kings breakfast, lunch, and dinner next week? Can the caterers
Next week, give them enough time.
Monday go, we mash it from the weekend.
Yeah,
Monday.
I got the recovery Mondays.
Can we get some, avocado, salmon?
Yeah. Maybe a little steak.
Yes, yeah,
But
get
maybe
food.
a
All
little
fantastic cuisine. We will not be here. Call them. Yeah, Collision. We'll pay the bill.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Much love again. Thank you so much for
Definitely,
being there.
man.
St.
Always.
Lucia, keep it locked to NBC Real FM. We'll be right back.
Bye, love.